Well, hello and welcome to another episode. This would be episode 6 of the Tramper Build. And we're building a camper, a simple camper, out of a utility trailer, a 6x12 utility trailer. Today is solar installation day. So here's some of the stuff I need. I've got this overkill on the 50 amp DC to DC onboard battery charger. So it's a solar powered battery charger and DC to DC. I'll show you that. It'll charge the batteries off through the trailer hitch and off the tow vehicle engine into the trailer. It'll do both, and off solar. Got some of this accordion stuff, cable protector. Got some, I don't know, looks like about 8 gauge. I think I ordered 8 gauge. Might be 6. I only need 8 really. Got 2 of these solar panels, slab sealant. And this is the hardware. I decided to use nuts and bolts this time. So, washers, I think just this size, you know. The problem I'm going to have is screwing the top and holding. I've got nylocks for the bottom with washers. So that's going to be plenty sturdy to hold these through the roof. And that's what we're going to do first. We're going to put the solar panels up there first. And that's coming right up right now. So, solar panel day. We're going to do all the electrical. We'll put the battery in. I run an electric freezer. So that'll be interesting for you to see how I do the electric freezer. Fuse panel. A few other circuits. Just some very simple charging circuits, maybe one lighting circuit, and that's it. A couple 12 volt receptacles, maybe one for an inverter. That's all. I'm just going to do a simple little 100 watt inverter, so it's not going to be much. But the batteries I have a Vitoman all-in-one system, which has an inverter built into it, so I don't really need an inverter. And I have a Max Oak. It was a Max Oak. I've had it for about 7 or 8 years. It's a small lithium. I'll show it to you. All in one. I've had it for like 7 years. And I have a big 12 volt, 100 amp hour lithium battery. Let me unbox this for you. Inside this, you get this manual. DC onboard battery charger, MPPT, and let's see, it's in of course English, and I think that's all, just English. So it's the instruction manual, how to do everything, how to run it. They give you, it's like communications port cable. Looks like a temperature sensor. Now these lithium batteries, you can't really charge them when it gets below freezing. It's not good for the batteries. And that might be also temporary, the temperature. They give you a fuse, pretty big fuse. Probably a 50 amp. It's a big heat sink. It's all heat sink. Mounts to the wall here and here. We have to take this cover off. It's like a small Phillips head. You know? Yeah. And to get to the connections. And then it's got these for the wires to come out, I suppose. That's what's inside the Renogy. You know, these companies put the labels over the top of what you need to read. It's a 50 amp DC onboard battery charger MPPT. So it'll allow me to charge while I'm going down the road, or idle the motor and charge the battery if it's a cloudy day, or so I don't have to run a generator this way. And then I have the solar panels to charge it normally on a sunny day. So I can't think of anything else I need. I might just leave my generator at home when I'm going camping, and I won't have to plug in anywhere, so I'll be able to boondock. It's gonna be great. I'll show you how these solar panels come packed real quick. I ordered 2 of them, so they taped 2 of them together. Just in a cardboard box, and then they have these shipping tabs, these corners, and these are kind of hard to get off. A good piece of cardboard they give you next time you change your oil, something to lay on. It's crush. You can crush. I mean, it's a good. Or if you're having a bonfire. So those are pretty good quality panels, I think. Nice heavy plastic. I think I paid maybe $70 a piece for them. I think $150 maybe for the 2. 120 watt. Eco-worthy brand. And they're serialized. So these are just soft solar panels, and they lay flat, and then these are your connections, and they're the MP4 connectors, I think is what they call them. MP4, is that the right name? I think that's right. Let's see. This is the negative side. It's your very standard, industry standard on the solar panels anymore. All of them come with those type of connectors. So, up on the roof we go. I'll be up there, and I'll bring you guys up there. You don't want to do this on a windy day. And it's best to bring all your supplies up at once. We don't have to make multiple trips up and down the ladder. Drill through, put sealant on the holes. I want to make sure the sealant sticks good. Looks like we need some more sealant here too. Got some screws backing out here. So, looks like I'm going to measure between, so there's a double metal piece there, and it starts right after that plastic curb. So I'm in good shape there. 45 in between them. Got plenty of room. Here I go. Easy. Maybe I better screw these in first. I'll get these 2 in first. Open this thing, that goop's going to come, I mean, it'll stick to everything. It will get on your solar panel, and it's impossible to get off. I think you use, what's the stuff? Solvent to get it off, but over the hole I just drilled, there and there, and now I've got some on my hand, so I'm not going to touch the camera. See what I've done? I've put the screw on. I'll put more goop on top. I'll put more goop on top of that screw around the washer and everything. It's definitely sealed up against the panel, so I don't think there's any way. I don't think there's any way it can leak. See this stuff coming through the bottom? Now that stuff will act like thread lock too, but I'm going to use a nylock screw nuts on it. It's going to be a two-person job. I just thought of that. Somebody's got to hold the screwdriver. That's a lock washer and a nylock, so plus the goop. So that goop will act like thread sealant. You know, I'm going to have to take 4 trips up and down the ladder, and I'm not going to film it because it's a pain in the ass. Okay, so I'm going to put vice grips. I'll show you. Genius. Tighten right up. Otherwise, it won't screw all the way down. Those aren't going to go nowhere. Something went wrong. It started to strip out. That way. Well, there's 2. That's done. See, they're all screwed in tight. These had to go through that wood. I probably should have taken that wood off. I'm going to put new wood and insulation up here anyway, so I'll have to drill little holes for the insulation for those. But that's going to be good. And I'm going to do the other side now. Now the reason I'm not using zip screws, the self-tapping metal screws, is it's too thin. So they would probably rip out. I wouldn't have solar panels anymore. So I'm using bolts. These won't rip out. You know, this is these are going to hold better than zip screws. So, see, here's some zip screws coming through here when they built the trailer. Hopefully that'll work. I can get it to stay up. There. That should stay up. That's how you do a two-man job with one man. Okay, well that's the last one. Doing a job for two by one person. That's good. Nylox. Looks like that one did. You know, looks like they're all in good. I put washers here. I should have put washers. Well, I guess I did put washers everywhere. I didn't put one there. But yeah, you want to use washers, so just in case you don't want them to rip out. I'm getting ready to use up some of that sealant on the ceiling fan. I wasn't happy with the Gorilla brand glue. It didn't stick to the plastic. You know, those ceiling fans are made of plastic. It cured up to it, but it just doesn't adhere to the plastic, so you don't get a good seal around it. Now let's try. It doesn't stick to the plastic. So there's potential there for leakage. This nut here, I want to put some goop around it. Right here. And I hope I'm seeing what you're seeing now. So we're going to put goop all around that. I can bring you up here for that, I guess. This stuff self-levels, so you don't really have to worry about your bead so much. It's self-leveling. It flows like thin, I don't know what, coconut oil or something. Face cream maybe, but even thinner than that. It flows like liquid until it sets up. So I just put it on some of the caps and it'll flow around it. I gotta go to the other side. Well, that's going to do it for this video. We put the solar panels in. We didn't do the charge controller as promised. We'll do that on the next one. Okay, I like to keep them short. All right, thanks for watching. This was episode 6. So episode 7 will be coming right out, and that one will be with doing a lot of the electrical. We got to put all this together. All the Renogy stuff, and I've got a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of solar installs on RVs and for people, and so you're going to get some expert advice. All right, thanks for watching.